wondering is why don't people make stuff for suitable, stylish stuff for older folks?
Because older folks don't want anything other than bladder control products. That's the main reason. And also,
Oh,
they're only going to live for
oh,
another 5 minutes, so
so that
who cares?
explains
That explains it,
that
right?
explains it because it's so frustrating to not see clothes, for example. I mean, our body's changed, but clothes don't adjust to that. So it's not just that I want sleeves, which I do, and it's not just that I don't want short skirts, which I don't, right? But it's also that they don't even, their models are the same models that they were using when I was 40, right? I mean, our bodies change. So it's very frustrating that nobody is really kind of accommodating that in a stylish way.
Well, I think you put your finger on it, and that is if people, although I think this is changing, if people show older women in stylish products, they're worried that somehow these are old people and I don't want to get old, so I don't want to look at this and I'm not interested in this product. And that I think is just not the case anymore. Age has changed.
And they're more, I mean, look at the paper last weekend, and there were quite a few older models in the fashion section of the Times and the Wall Street Journal. So that is changing, but I still, they were clothed in the same clothes, right, that were made for somebody much younger. They were styled in a way that suited them, and they were lovely, but they were clearly not, they picked out, two things out of many for one picture that worked for them, right? In other words, every other piece of clothing that was in that section of the paper would not have worked for them. They picked the one jacket that did.
Well, hopefully people will learn.
Okay.
I am reminded of a story one of my close friends told me. She knew her grandmother very well and her loved her grandmother, but her grandmother spent most of her time at home wearing
Schmontis.
a shapeless house dress. And she cooked, and that's kind of what she did. Her mother, who is now in her 70s or 80s, she's out and about, she's wearing fabulous clothes, she's going here and there, she buys a new car every year. Her daughter, my friend, wants to be her. She
Yeah.
loved her grandmother, but she didn't want to
Relate.
be her.
Yeah.
She wants to be her mother. So it's a very different
So maybe it's
set of
changing.
experiences.